What's up, guys? I'm John Camacho. This is the rookie watch for Malik Nabers. Talking about Malik Nabers today, how he is doing. As I'm recording this video, Malik Nabers did just miss week 5 and with a concussion, but he'll be back in week 6. That doesn't really matter, but it's just good little context for if you're watching this multiple weeks after recording. Look, this is just to talk about how he is doing in the NFL, how he is performing right now. And guys, I got to say, this dude's a superstar. We're 4 games in, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I feel very confident saying, right, he is the best rookie wide receiver in the class right now. He's better than Harrison, just from production standpoint, how he's looking. He looks better. That part, I feel like we can put that in the books. That's where we're at right now. Not an indication on how their careers will end up. That's an indication on how the last 4 games have been, or 5 games, however you want to look at it. Doesn't matter. Dude's a star. He is ranked, just out of all the wide receivers in the league, he's ranked 5th according to PFF right now as a rookie. And I'm here to tell you, yeah, he's a top 15 guy in the league right now at his position already. Giants got a stud. Let's get into it a little bit. First thing I want to talk about is, this is just fantasy football stats leaders. This is just an easy way for me to rank these guys. And we're looking at Malik Nabers. He is already tied with 7th for 386 receiving yards. Missed a game, by the way. Missed a game, tied for 7th in the league. 3 touchdowns. On 52 targets, he's got 35 receptions, 67.3% catch rate, 3 touchdowns, and like I said, 386 receiving yards. So yeah, he's crushing the game when it comes to that. You look at just overall fantasy rankings, and again, I just like to do this because I do think it's kind of a fun way to remember throughout the season where they've been. Malik Nabers through 4 games. Some of these guys got 5 games on their schedule, by the way. Yeah, 4 games, he is 4th. And that is compared to a Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Justin Jefferson, Jaden Reed, Chris Godwin, Drake London, Stephon Diggs, all the way down the list. All of them have 5 games. He is ranked 4th with 1 less game. So you talk about crushing. You talk about absolutely destroying from a stats perspective. Yeah, he's absolutely destroying from a stats perspective. And look, in a lot of these videos, I'm going to give you all some film and we're going to go through it and talk about it. But honestly, there's highlight reels on YouTube and Twitter. Like, I'm not going to add anything to really anything they're saying. Like, you just need me to be a hype man. You don't need that. That's not what you came here for, I don't think. So I'm going to skip that today just because, in this video specifically, just because he's already had like 10 highlight reel plays. I feel like his route running is insane. Like, he's already a top, I'm going to say top 15 just to be safe, just so we don't offend anybody. He's already a top 15 receiver. By the end of the year at this trajectory, there's not going to be 10 guys that you can name that are better at him in the NFL at the wide receiver position. And listen, he does this into next year, does what he's already done consistently into next year, you're not going to be able to name 5. That's just how it's going to go, all right? That's where we're at. That's the trajectory he's on. It is a straight line. Speaking of a straight line up, let's pull up a very interesting stat that I thought. I'm going to put it on the screen right now for you guys. And yeah, this screenshot that I'm putting up is from fball_insight. I don't want to take any credit. That's not mine. He did a great job with this video. Here, I'm putting myself on the screen there with this chart, excuse me. This is Malik Nabers right here in the top right corner of your screen. You see a guy who is far and away better, and just comparatively, yeah, the only other guy that is in the ballpark of what he's done in his very short career compared to all the other guys in this same window, Odell Beckham Jr. And it kind of makes sense. Like, again, OBJ was his comp. That was the guy that I comped him to pre-draft. He just happened to go to the Giants just like OBJ did. But he was OBJ without any off-the-field issues that I knew of anyway. So, yeah, that's who he is, and he is already looking like it. It's kind of crazy what the Giants are putting together. They're trying to rebuild the glory days with Eli and OBJ. They're just doing it again with Daniel Jones and Malik Nabers. And, hey, it might be even better the second time around. We'll see. Look, I do want to just show this in comparison to a couple other guys. And this is from a week ago, so this might not be perfectly accurate, but it's pretty close. Thomas Jr. is killing it. Marvin Harrison, very, very good. I don't want to, discredit what Marvin Harrison has been. I don't want to discredit, anything about, the rookie classes in general has been awesome. It really has. Malik Nabers has just been a level above that. And I don't really think there's any reason or way you could argue with it. I mean, just look at the field, look at the stats, look at what he's done. If you're a stats guy, he's got the stats. If you're a film guy, he's got the film. If you're just an eye test guy, yeah, he passes. All right, flying colors. Marvin Harrison in that cluster of names, a lot of good names in there. And then you got some not great names. This is the only one that really scares me is Roma Dunze, which is on the negative side of that. But hey, super early, and we're not talking about him right now. Just wanted to point that out of how he is doing compared to a lot of the other names in this class, or at least a couple other names in this class. Yeah, dude, he's awesome. We're gonna keep it short and sweet with this video because I don't know that there's really that much more we can say, right? He's a dog. It's going to be awesome to see. Sucks that he got a concussion. Hated that we missed him already. It's insane that he's going to be back next week probably. That's usually how this goes. And hopefully, all health, knock on wood, everything else stays good for the rest of the year. This is a guy who's going to win people fantasy leagues. This is a guy who's going to be probably going, borderline first round in fantasy drafts. And I know not everyone gives a shit about fantasy. It's fun to look at and talk about, but I don't really care about fantasy either. I'm more interested in the product on the field. But no matter how you cut it, no matter what brought you to the sport, what makes you excited about the game, you're a Giants fan, you're pumped. You're an owner of him in fantasy, you're pumped. If you just love the sport and you just love guys balling out, we're pumped. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Peace.